Hey everybody, it's Al with BobCAD. So today I wanted to talk about the BobCAM V5. We have a new surface-based strategy called Flowline. This is a very powerful and easy-to-use surface-based strategy that allows you to machine parts in both 3 and 4 axis. Okay, this is the example part that I have started with here, and you can see I have this helical groove going along this conical surface. Let's run this through simulation so we can get a better idea of what's happening out at the machine. Like I said, Flowline can be used for both 3 and 4-axis cutting. This happens to be a 4-axis routine, so we'll just run it through simulation. This works the same as any other surface-based strategy. You would need the 4-axis Pro or greater to have access to this cutting strategy. It's a very useful strategy because it doesn't require you to use different edges or to blend the surface or to blend the toolpath. It uses the UV lines of your surface to control the direction of cut, and you have 2 directions, either along them or across them. So this is the result that we're getting. So let's go ahead and run through this real quick and see how we set this job up, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is just delete my job out. Now, to get started, I need to suppress this helical feature or this sweep here. We'll go ahead and create a new job. This is going to be a milling job with a 4-axis mill. We're going to start the stock wizard. In this case, in the BobCAM V5, you have a select workpiece. This would be the models that would be transferred over to simulation. I only have 1 model on the screen, so I'm not going to select one this go around, but you know that you can select different models that you want to pass over to simulation. Okay. In this case, we're going to choose a solid stock type. We're going to go ahead and select our body here, and then we'll click Calculate Stock to pick up that stock body. We'll go ahead and check this down. All right, the next thing that I want to do is I want to set my 0 position here. So I'm going to just pick up this center location here, but again, you can set your 0 wherever you might want to. All right, so now that I have my stock set up, I'm going to come back and unsuppress my swept surface here, okay, or my sweep cut. And I'm going to get into the mill multi-axis strategies. From here, you'll notice that Flowline is located at the end of the list. This is the strategy we'll be using today. Let's just walk through some of these settings here. I'm going to use a 1/4-inch ball mill. Okay, drive surface. We're going to select the surface we want the tool driven along, which is this one here. And we'll go ahead and check that down. All right, the cutting options that you have in here are the same for the other surface-based strategies as far as one-way cutting and lanes and tolerances. Where we want to jump to is the tool axis control. We're going to use this in 4-axis, and we're going to keep our tool axis to be tilted relative to the cutting direction. Okay. From here, the last thing that we really want to look at is our retracts. When the tool repositions, where is that retract plane going to be? I'm going to make this 4 inches here. I'm going to use a plane, but you do have a cylinder or sphere, but a plane will work just fine for what I'm doing here. I'll go ahead and choose OK, and then I'm going to compute my toolpath. And that's all we need to do. We get our surface-based strategy here. The last thing I can do is run this through our simulation so we can see our nice Flowline path. If you guys have any questions or comments or feedback, please reply back to the Facebook, the YouTube, or whatever thread this video may be posted in. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. We always appreciate that. And if there's any comments you have, you can always comment below. I am checking my YouTube comments and messages regularly, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.